So sigwahada basically means, no sex before marriage, everything you're taught in church. The no square, stuff that you're not supposed to touch before marriage and everything like that. But also, one thing that's very important to keep in mind while you're dating is to guard your heart, because sometimes you may not be dating the right person, even though you really want that to be the right person, but you have to hold your heart. Guardar seu coração, basically, because if you don't guardar that, if you don't preserve your heart and you keep handing it to several people along your dating life, it's going to become broken piece by piece. And yes, God can fix that. And yes, your husband or wife, whatever, will love you the same way, but those scars, that you will still have them eventually. So even though it's very good to keep your body safe, keep your no sex before marriage, one thing that you really need to keep in mind is your heart and your mind. Because the first thing that goes in your relationship is your heart and your mind. When you go on a date, you're not touching the person automatically, you're sitting down talking and having dinner. So make sure you keep that guardado before, so it's for the right person. Okay, so I'm gonna be completely honest as far as dating for the right reasons. When I first started dating, I was not dating for the right reasons. I was not ready for marriage. I was not ready to be in a serious relationship. So I would suggest you wait. Even if you're like 30 and then you're ready to be in a serious relationship, wait till you're 30 to be in a serious relationship. That was my first relationship. But as far as my second relationship, I was talking and I was like, God, I really want to get married. It's something that I've always wanted since I was a child. I've always wanted to get married. I always wanted to have kids, have a family. Obviously, school is very important, but as far as relationships, that's something I've always wanted. As far as being pure and keeping myself pure till marriage, I remember one day I was talking to my dad, and he gave me kind of like a lecture. And that's the day that really stuck out in my mind, remembering I want to be pure. I want that thing to be for my husband and my husband only. So obviously it's important to remain pure because it's God's commandment, and every commandment from God is for your own benefit. Even though you go into marriage kind of clueless because you don't have experience, and in today's world, you're supposed to have experience before you get married and all that stuff. But when you don't have experience, you don't have anything else to compare it to, which I know it may sound like completely out of logic, but you get to grow together and you get to learn new things together and you get to learn what you like together. He gets to learn what you like and you get to learn what he likes, and it just becomes this, it makes the relationship stronger. And it's also important to remain pure for both genders. I feel like there's a very big double standard, even in the church, about how a boy can be experienced and yet he will be a good husband. But if a girl is experienced or didn't have, especially in not every person is like this, disclaimer, but it's a very big thing that she'll be kind of looked down upon, and sadly she's not seen as valuable. But it's the same for both sides. A sin is a sin. So if a boy sins, it's still the same as if the girl does the same exact sin. So it's very important for both of you to remain pure, boys and girls, especially when you're young and hormones and everything. That's always the blame, hormones. But women and men both have hormones and they both need to control them, and you both need to be pure for God's ministry in your life. So yes, it was very hard to remain pure. I got married at a very young age, and I just imagine how hard it would be for somebody who's been waiting longer than me. It's very hard, but one thing that really helped me is you setting boundaries. And I wish in my relationship, the man that I got married to, that we both had set more boundaries while we were dating. Listen to your parents. It's very helpful, the boundaries that they set for you. It's to help you in your purpose. So do the boundaries, and also have I know this is gonna sound very weird, but a safe word. Because I know y'all kissing, it happens. But if things gets a little bit too heated, there should be a word or a phrase that you two separate, and one goes home and the other, so you don't fall into the temptation. And also, when you go on dates, one thing that helped me a lot is just don't dilly-dally in the car. Go car, date place, home. No dilly-dallying. No, oh, let's see the ocean. Oh, let's see the lake. Oh, let's go to this no. Go home. You can do all that stuff when you're married. Avoid temptation is the number one thing that I would say. The only advice I would give is wait till it's your time. Not everybody is ready to date around the same age. Not everybody is ready to be married at the same time. Some people are ready earlier, some people are ready later. And if you are in a relationship, learn to know as much about each other as possible. Learn your likes, your dislikes, because that's stuff that will help you build in your marriage. If you're having a struggle in your relationship, go to your leaders, talk to them. They will be able to help you in that path. So one verse that's really good is, how can a young man keep his way pure? By guarding it according to your word. This is Psalms 19:6, I believe. Just remain yourself pure and do it by God's word and His way, and you will be able to reach your goal. If this video helped you out, share it with your friends. If you have any questions, you can DM on the Shift Instagram, or it'll show up there somewhere. DM or whatever. And yeah, thanks.